Hey there, welcome to day 4 of 21 Days of Presence. I'm Adrienne Elise. Well, today we've been talking about this kind of little break we have in all of this dynamic astrology, but what that is doing is allowing this little transit that's happening as the moon. So we just had that new moon in Gemini yesterday. And now the moon has moved into an opposition with Jupiter in Sagittarius. And that is something that happens pretty fast, but we're feeling it a lot because there's not a lot of other stuff going on. So it's like on center stage. And then in the next couple of days, we're going to start feeling the sun in its opposition with Jupiter. So Jupiter in Sagittarius has this energy of wanting to be on the quest, have an exciting life, have been moving forward in creative energy and connected to things that make life worth living and learning and growing and expanding. And so many souls, especially the type of souls that are drawn to this work, indigo souls, lightworker souls, starseed souls, feel so disconnected and yet such a deep longing for this spiritual quest, for this meaning, for this purpose, for this bigger project, for whatever it is. And yet it's elusive and nobody around them can validate that that's actually matters, and we've been talking about this a lot, but it's really coming up right now. And what's coming up is the emotions around this frustration. Maybe this frustration of feeling thwarted in past lives, being so excited to come to earth and bring your gifts and your healing and be a part of this transition and build a city of light. And then bam, it's knocked down, And so then it's kind of like, well, why even bother caring or doing anything or developing my skills and gifts, because somebody's just going to knock it down, And so this deep disconnection, but what's really keeping us disconnected from this greater purpose is the grief, the emotions, the feelings behind this lifetime after lifetime of being thwarted in your mission, and to the point where you don't even know if you have a mission anymore. And yet there's something eating away at you inside. And this feeling of frustration that the people around you are perfectly happy to just live their life and go through their daily rituals. They're just eating and sleeping and doing their work, and it's no big deal. They're not bothered by the fact that they're not doing what they're here to do, right? And this is such an intense feeling for indigo souls. And yet a complete disconnect from perhaps your permission, your access to your power, your light, your creativity, and the gifts and skills that you need to do your mission and your soul group, right? So it's like all of these pieces need to come together for you to have that feeling of being on your path, like there's other people you're going to be working with. The timing has to be right. You need to receive the help and support. And so many of us are just completely disconnected from this. So indigo souls have this like, there's something I need to do, and yet aren't able to receive the tools, the gifts that they have available to them that will allow them to fulfill their purpose. And so it's just ends up with this deep esoteric depression and hopelessness. And like, you can never win against this monster. Something's always going to come and knock down the castle that you build in the sandbox. And so why even bother? And so these emotions are coming up because we've got this, like, the moon opposite Jupiter on center stage. And it's just like, that's also bringing to light energy around, which is interesting energy of this axis of the Sagittarius Gemini axis, because Gemini has to do with our communication and our voice. So like being able to put ourselves out in the world. And of course, if you've been thwarted, knocked down, and nobody, another thing that's happened to these souls is that you brought in all this healing and light, and then people didn't want it, because the healing and light lit up the shadows, and also became a target for the control energies. And so everybody kind of turned against it, like, oh no, that's dangerous, right? Like, if we associate with that person of light and love and healing, then we'll be persecuted. And so just ends in this ultimate place of deep isolation and pain and disconnect. And in order for us to get back to that place of meaning and quest and purpose as these types of souls, we've got to release this grief and move through and see the truth of these issues and the programming and get rid of it and claim back our connection. And that's the gift that Jupiter home in Sagittarius is trying to give us, except for that all of the transits has had all these squares, like coming up with this square with Neptune and these delusions, these belief systems. And so we've got this energy of, you don't deserve your gifts. You don't deserve the nurturing that you need from the universe to do the work that you would like to do here or are here to do. And you don't deserve your soulmates, which they might have pieces of your puzzle. And if you only have one little piece of your puzzle, and you can't see the bigger picture, so a lot of indigo souls also have, that's a big part of this too, is just that feeling inside of there's something I need to do, but I have no idea what it is, right? And these Neptune transits do not help. So we're still feeling, even though it's not exact anymore, we are still feeling they're only 1 degree apart, Neptune in trine to the North Node. And so we are still being asked and drawn out into this dreaming and trying to believe in something different, trying to change those patterns, see something new, try out a new thing. But we do need to find a new set of a different, well, just get rid of the old belief systems, right? And come closer to holding space for what's really real and really true. And so we have to find where we've been told that we can't handle our light and power, find where we've been told that it doesn't matter and it's silly to have a dream or a vision or some greater purpose. Like, you'll never be able to accomplish it anyway. And, you'll just go ahead and make us look bad. So why don't you stay and be small with us sheep, and then everything will be fine, right? And then the blocks to our soul group that might have pieces of our puzzle. And we're in this very strange time where we're on the edge, and we've been here for so long of like really huge shifts and changes in our outside manifest world, in our structures, financial, political structures of our world, but it's not happening yet. And so we have this weird suspended feeling, and it feels like molasses and like, wait, what was I doing? Wait, do I even have a purpose? Or should I just go to sleep? Should I just escape? Should I just ignore these deeper yearnings inside? And yet Jupiter and Sagittarius, and now the sun, the moon, and then the sun pulling against us, just pulling out these feelings that we may have just blocked and put deep inside of this grief and this feeling of discouragement and despair over not being able to complete. Failure energy is really coming up where you couldn't complete your task in the past. And all of that is keeping us from getting back to this feeling of purpose and meaning and on the path and in touch with that creative energy. So let's go ahead and check into the energy of today and go ahead and allow yourself to become present right here, right now, in this now moment. And taking a few deep breaths. And go ahead and just sink in to Mother Earth, come into a communication with Mother Earth, just maybe with an exhale, putting down a root system, just reaching out into this communication with Mother Earth, Goddess Gaia. Just feel yourself release and relax. And arrive right here, right now. And what does your life look like when you live it from this place? So easy, such a busy world, such a busy time, so many distractions, and we just end up going and running and then wondering why we feel so frantic. And just a few minutes of coming in to this connection can help everything have just a completely different perspective as we move forward in our life. So just sinking in. And just imagine this water energy washing over your psyche, your whole being, just washing away all of these concerns and worries and cares and problems. They'll be there. You're just going to give yourself a few minutes of a break. Just being present right here, right now. So just go ahead and pay attention to your body. If you're having any sensations in any area of your body that may have come up from our conversation about this failed quest, about these deep suppressed, maybe hidden desires for a bigger expression in this world, for connection to meaning, purpose, and zest, creativity. And just notice any sensations or pain that come up in anywhere of your body, and just bring your attention to that place or those places. And what chakra might that be closest to? And go ahead and imagine that you can direct this cleansing waterfall healing energy to that area of your body. And perhaps there's trauma energy from a past life where you were killed for your voice or your message or your work. Maybe this feeling of defeat and failure for dying before you accomplished. Maybe this is why so many souls, these types of souls, feel like they're walking around in a dead world because part of them has died. Made a contractual arrangement that, yeah, sure, you can be on the planet, but you got to put that love and light and healing aside. That spiritual purpose. Don't bring that, right? And so now you're fractured from the truth of who you are. And this place, this location in your body, this sensation is where that energy is held and ready to be released and healed and filled with your own creative energy. So just taking a few deep breaths, go ahead and receive an energetic wave for healing support from your highest guidance, your highest self, and source energy. Just washing away those programmed and traumatic feelings from past lives around being thwarted, that you might as well not even want to live. Because if you want to live, then you want to do what you came here to do. And if you come here, do what you came here to do, then you'll be targeted, killed. It'll never work out. And so the compensation is to just be partially alive. And these places in our body are holding this trauma and pain, keeping our soul from fully inhabiting our body with those gifts and that energetic field that's whole and complete, to be able to do this, whatever you came here and you'd really like to do, whatever would make you feel alive. And what comes to mind? Some clues around our bigger, deeper purpose, our gifts, our passion, our path have to do with two things. Can kind of give us some clues. One is, what's your absolute favorite thing to do? What do you feel deeply at peace and excited about doing in this life? In your everyday life. And most of those things are put aside, right? We got to make our money, we got to do our duties, we got to take care of our things, and then we can go to our passion, right? And yet our passion is the most important thing that keeps us living and connected to source. Now, the other thing that gives us a clue is, what did you play? What was your favorite thing to play as a child? It also gives us clues. Just go ahead and take a few deep breaths and receiving that energetic wave for healing and release of any of these feelings of grief or trauma that have kept you blocked from this quest. And bringing your attention to the area of your heart and imagining that there's a light there projecting out. And this light projecting out from your heart is in alignment with practical expressions of your gifts, talents, skills, passions. And your higher self would like you to see and feel some possibilities maybe you didn't even know you had. And so just watching this light projected out in front of you like a movie from your own heart, your own higher self, and what do you see? Is there anything available for you? Images, information, pictures, energies, colors, shapes, items. What is this great gift that you have that you might not even know you have? And what might it look like when you claim it back? Just taking a few deep breaths, continuing to receive the healing waterfall and any information that might be helpful. And go ahead and allow to arise in the area of your heart this feeling of excitement and expansion that's in alignment with Jupiter and Sagittarius and our quest. And let that rise up. Let that energy, this energy of excitement, passion, move through your whole body, healing, clearing, and sealing up any cracks or places of thinning in your aura. And see yourself in this ball of light, what it feels like to be on your true path, expressing your potential and moving forward and expanding in creative energy in this experience. Go ahead and just allow your whole vibrational field and all of your bodies to reset to this vibration. And notice the difference between those heavy areas that we first found and the lightness of being that comes. Do you have permission to enjoy your own light and gifts? And just see yourself as fully contained in this ball of light, enjoying this energy that's available to you as your birthright. And feel yourself, this ball rolling forward, moving into the future with momentum and meaning and purpose. And the deep satisfaction, this feeling of really living and coming to you. And just enjoy and receive. And what comes to mind of a small baby step you could take towards this feeling? Practical action step that says to the universe, you're ready. You're ready to really live. You're ready to take back your power. You're ready to be with your purpose. You don't care what anybody says. How many people have told you your ideas are silly? But wait till they see you as this ball of light. Just a deep grounding cord, reaching deep into the earth, sharing this love and light and passion with Mother Earth, and feeling her receive you in the truth of who you are. And just rest. Rest in the peace of knowing it might not even look like it or feel like it, but you have just taken an important step on your path. Just go ahead and begin to complete your meditation, bringing with you this peace, this presence, and this purpose. And when you're ready, go ahead and complete your meditation. Well, thank you so much for joining me for day 4 of 21 Days of Presence. It's really cool to feel how much our field grows with each day. As the group grows, the presence grows, the energy grows, the deliberate intention grows to claim this peace and presence as we move forward into our next chapter, signified by this summer solstice, or so in the northern hemisphere, this June solstice coming up on the 21st. So I hope you can join me for a culmination event, a soul group session, a group intuitive session to get some clearing, healing, past life pictures and move together over this threshold into the next place of way more purpose and meaning and zest and fun. So I look forward to seeing you tomorrow for day 5, 21 Days of Presence. Until then, I'm Adrienne Elise. Namaste.